Good evening and welcome to KMTV. I'm Andy Richards. Your top stories tonight. University campuses evacuated. Cameron backs calls from Kent MP. And Edinburgh wants top 6. First tonight, buildings at 2 university campuses have been evacuated in the county today. The University of Kent's Canterbury site received a suspicious call this morning. Then this afternoon, buildings were cleared at the universities at Medway. KMTV's Monica Samir has been to both locations.
Police were called to the University of Kent's Canterbury campus this morning following reports of a suspicious phone call. Students were evacuated from the Templeman Library and other buildings, but these were later reopened earlier today. However, at roughly 3 o'clock, students here at the university's at Medway's campus were evacuated from the Joe Hall Library following a security alert. We are still awaiting more information from the police, but the library remains closed. This is Monica Samia for KMTV.
The government will now officially refer to ISIS as Daesh following calls by the MP for Gillingham and Rainham, Ray Shushti. Here's the Prime Minister, David Cameron.
Let me make one more point before I take some more interventions, because before we get on to all these things, Mr. Speaker, I want to say a word about the terminology we use to describe this evil death cult. Having carefully considered the strong representations made to me by the Honourable Member for Gillingham and Rainham, having listened to many members of Parliament across the House, I feel it's time to join our key ally France, the Arab League and other members of the international community in using as frequently as possible the terminology Daesh rather than ISIL. Because frankly, this evil death cult is neither a true representation of Islam nor is it a state.
A team made up of police officers, hospital staff and other professionals are joining forces to tackle sexual exploitation of children in Kent and Medway. Josie Hannett has more.
I'm here at Oakwood House in Maidstone, where Operation Willow has been launched. It's a new project to try and stop child sexual exploitation in Kent and Medway. Kent Police's Anne Barnes was here for the launch after putting forward £200,000 to support the operation. Police officers, social workers and those who work in the health sector have joined forces to tackle child sexual exploitation in the county. The new team, which also includes NHS England, Kent County Council and Medway Council, will be working as one to protect children and tackle offenders who are targeting young people for sexual purposes.
Child sexual exploitation is where a person who uses their situation to groom a child. So usually there is an element of reward or encouragement of a child.
This is a revolting crime. I can't think of one that's as bad, to be honest. It is awful. It's our future and it's generations of young people who are ruined. Their lives are ruined and their children's lives often are ruined as well.
The most common age to be exploited is between 14 and 18 years old. It's hoped the operation will also allow members of the public to come forward and pass on information if they are concerned a child is being sexually exploited. This is Josie Hannett in Maidstone for KMTV.
And in sport, Gillingham boss Justin Edinburgh is aiming to be in the top 6 come the end of the season. The Gills are currently 4th in League One.
That's what the last lot of games have said, but it's what we do now, and that's what we've got to try and achieve. That's what we've got to try and replicate, and that's our aim. And it's going to be tough, but it's one that the group are capable of achieving. And are focused in doing that. So there's a real belief, there's a real togetherness. We're growing all the time, and it's great to be a part of it. And it's great to be a manager of this group right now.
Now for the weather, you can expect to see some rain this evening with temperatures around 11 degrees. As for tomorrow, it will be a dry day and temperatures will reach around 12. Well, that's all from us this evening. We'll be back again tomorrow with all the latest stories from across the county. We'll see you soon. Good night. Well done.